Hello everyone, welcome back to Ivorian Queen's channel. Have you guys noticed like how many African and international movies there are on Netflix? Like we are stepping up, like, you know, we're going up there. We're like, there's a lot of them and really good ones. Oh. Anywho, on today's video I'm here to talk to you about all the different international African movies on Netflix. There's so many out there, but I've watched a few of them, about 35, and I know it's a lot, and I'm here to tell you which ones are really good and kind of categorize them for you and tell you what they are about. So let's get right into it. I'm just gonna categorize by you know, drama, comedy, romantic comedy, and stuff like that, and thrillers. So the first one we have is 50 and 50 the series. Anywho, so it's about these 4 women that are on 4 different journeys, and you know, when people think you hit 50, like your life is basically almost over, but no, these ladies are hot like pepper. They're just out there dating all these, you know, young men like cougars, and it's basically like full of drama, and it's really good actually. It just kind of tells 4 different journeys of people, of women. Maybe some of them didn't, you know, succeed as when they were younger, and they're succeeding as they're getting older and just living their life. And I really enjoyed it. They actually did a second movie. It's called 50 the series. It's a part 2. Anyhow, Chief Daddy, one of my favorite movies. It's basically about this big loaded Yoruba chief. Yes. Unfortunately, Chief Daddy, Chief passes away and just drops dead one day. Boom.
Yes, Chief Daddy will give us the money.
Yes. Do you know this man said we should write anything we want for Christmas? Chief Daddy!
Gabo, you have killed him with all your troubles.
Yummy.
My husband's body is barely cold, and the first thing out of your mouth is his will.
Kemi! Lenwe, o ma baje o.
We are all here for one person. Even though we may not like what the present situation is, we need to remember that that one person meant everything to us.
I should know my husband better than anybody.
You really do.
Get out of my house.
Yeah, I'm gonna get all my man them. We're gonna come there and wreck the party.
I thought this was supposed to be a dignified family meeting. Who called all these people?
Anyone that hasn't got child from my dad is illegitimate, in my opinion. If I'm gonna be successful...
You are not a street brat. You're a Beecroft.
Street attitude, Mom, you need to allow it.
What did you guys think? This one. He wants them to cooperate together, and he writes, you know, something that tells them each of them have a certain task to arrange his funeral. And this is where the trouble comes. They cannot get along with each other. They cannot stand each other. It's really hard to kind of tell you guys about a movie without me describing the whole plot for you guys, but it's a really good one. All right. This one blew my mind. I can already imagine the amount of money they put into this one. Living in bondage, breaking free.
You know, you remind me so much of my younger self.
I do?
Growing up, we always wanted more. You felt you're never really where you're meant to be.
Come on, we go.
Look at this life. Do you want this life? And I can give it to you. Everything.
I'm making it right now. 50 million, I swear to God. One to Babylon. Let go sit down over there. Let go sit down when I'm there over there.
Like I said, and blast off, let's do that stuff. Like moving like I'm cool in the game. Super the main brain.
Influence. Power. Everything. It's not free, my boy.
Man, you stood pat, waiting on another cat. Ended up deflated like a
Look at this star boy on side.
Mr. Richard, yeah.
Amazing party you have yourself.
Ain't no need to listen.
What do you know about Richard Williams?
The Six.
This cult group, the Brotherhood of the Six, have been involved in countless murders.
What do you have to do with all these killings, Mr. Zion? Why is he after you and your son?
When you take, you give. It's the order of things. This is no.
Are you ready to get your key?
What key, sir? Key to the good life.
Nothing like your cult old movies like people used to, with the scary movies. Like, this is on another level. Like, it was like Sabrina the Teenage Witch series on Netflix, a little bit like that, where they're, you know, praising Lucifer, but it's not scary like that. But it's just like, I was shocked, and I would definitely recommend you to watch it. Like, I would give it a 9 out of 10. Honestly, it was that good. Okay, so then we next have Lionheart. Okay, Lionheart is, to me personally, it's not like, it wasn't like a wow movie, but it's worth seeing. Like, it's definitely worth seeing, especially because they had a lot of legendary actors. There is Genevieve Naji in there, Pete Odochi. Yeah, so it's basically about this young woman who comes into her father's company. He has like a busing company, and basically he's falling sick. He's fallen sick, and she comes in to take care of this bus company in Nigeria. However, throughout this movie, she finds out she has to work with her uncle, who's like a little cuckoo, just everywhere. And okay, yeah, who's a little cuckoo. And basically throughout the movie, she also finds out that the company is in severe debt, so she has to try and find, you know, a method of kind of removing the company out of the debt that they are and surviving as they are. And so the reason why I like this movie is basically about women empowerment. Like, women, they kind of doubted her. She had to prove that she as a woman could do this job and really, like, bring the company back from the ashes, basically. And that's what she did. And she's such a powerful actress. She's a really good actress, which is why I would definitely recommend this movie. So next one on the list, we have Sylvia. Y'all, let me tell you, I didn't think I'd like this. I did not think I'd like it at all, but it really blew my mind. So basically, let me make it short. So you know how back home, Africa, we say there's like these jinns, like these spirits that like kind of have, you know, a connection with a person that won't let you marry another person, or they just have like a lot of jealousy. Well, this is the case. Her name is Sylvia. It's about this guy, Chris Attal, who has like a best friend in a dream he's had for like since he was a child. Her name is Sylvia, and Sylvia is really into this guy. You know, they talk every night, basically in his dreams, sorry. And finally, Chris, the main actor, grows up and he wants to get married. He has a girlfriend, and Sylvia is super jealous. She will go at all ends to get her man. She does not want anybody else to get her man. So as a spirit in her dream, she comes to reality. Yes, y'all, she comes to life. And basically gets with Chris Attal's best friend to kind of get close to, you know, her man. She got to get her man. Well, she will ruin his life to the end, all the way until he gets to a psychiatric hospital, and people don't believe him, like, you know. So like I said, this is an international movie that you should, international movies on Netflix that you should watch. And the next one we have is from Jamaica. It's called Sprinter. So it's basically about this young boy whose mom had an agreement with their dad that she's gonna go to LA and make money and come back home to build their house. So she goes to LA when the boy is very young. So this young boy also has an older brother who was a sprinter in high school, but he never pushed through because he was in a rush to make money, and he started getting into narcotics and scamming people. This young boy, his younger brother, is in high school currently, and he's also he wants to be a sprinter like his older brother, but his older brother tells him that this sprinting, running stuff isn't gonna bring, you know, money. It's not. All this while, he's been having a really intricate relationship with his mom, because he's blaming his mom for leaving him, kind of abandoning, because she decided to stay in LA. He wants him to come to do the sprinting and come so he can come to LA and so they can see each other. And it is a happy ending. Another side of these movies, especially it was in Jamaica. It's not Africa, it was in Jamaica. So like seeing, you know, another side of Jamaica. And next one is Atlantics, The Atlantics. This is a movie made in Senegal.
Est-ce que xam nga ni da nga war a marié wu dans 10 jours ak Omar ci kanamu yàlla? Maria, man dama bëgg Souleymane.
3 mois fay ñu ko xam naa ne 4e mois fi ñu xala la ak bu mag la
Sànq ba léegi maa lay gis lan la? Bàyyi ma guddi rek. Bàyyi ma guddi maa ngi dem.
Ada xale góor yi dem na.
Lan?
Xale góor yi dem nañ géej. Jël nañu gaal. Souleymane Cheikh ñoom ñëpp dem nañ.
di ko seet pour crime bu mu def te danga ko nekk di jàppale. li nga def lu rëy la.
dafa dem géej depuis une semaine.
non non dama koy démb ci ay boori 22 heures.
Souleymane mu ngi fi.
Lii la la.
Démb si guddi am na lu ma yëg sama yaram.
kii Souleymane la man xam naa ne moom la sentir naa ko.
Okay, this movie was a little bit like confusing at first because I don't speak Wolof. Once it develops, the story develops, you kind of understand. So it's basically about these boys that work in a construction company, and their boss, their employer, isn't paying them. They're not being paid. So they, you know, Africa, when things aren't going well, we all want to go overseas. So they get in a boat and travel on the Atlantic Ocean. Unfortunately, they pass and die and drown. And they eventually their spirits end up coming back to their girlfriends at night, entering their girlfriends' bodies. I know, it's a little weird. This is where the supernatural comes, but it's not like that scary. Entering their girlfriends' bodies to go and hunt the boss, the employer, to give them the money. So they literally go where their eyes are like, you know, white and like, pay our money. You know, literally like, pay our money, pay our money. That's the guys' spirits in their girlfriends going to the bosses to pay the money. This big boss had this like relation with the police, and the police thinks that these boys are alive, so he's like, you know, out there looking for them, and one of the boys eventually ends up haunting the police guy as well. And the reason why I like this is because as you're watching it, you don't know what's gonna happen. It's a thriller. You don't know what's gonna happen, so you're like on your seat, like, where are they going with this? You know, it's like, what's going on? Where are they going with this? Like, until at the end. Comedy. It's called The African Doctor. Basically, The African Doctor is about this guy from Congo. He goes to France to study medicine, and he goes to France to study medicine, and in order to stay in France and get his papers, he has to work in this village as a doctor and basically treat these people. This is a village in France, y'all. Like, they have never seen black skin. Like, they are just awestruck. Like, what? So he has to kind of work along and increase his clientele. He goes with his family, and they kind of treat them really awful in the beginning, all looking at them like, what? Oh my god, like black people, like what? Oh wow. And to make the story short, basically he didn't want his daughter, you know, he didn't want his daughter to play soccer in the team at school. The coach saw the girl playing soccer really well, and that kind of increases their increases their popularity within the village. People come to his clinic, everything is, you know, successful for him. Also there you can put subtitles. Next that I would recommend is called Il a déjà tes yeux. He already has your eyes. Reason why I like this movie is because it's the opposite. You know how we see, like, you know, white couples adopting black children? This is the opposite, y'all.
Qu'est-ce qui t'arrive? J'ai reçu un coup de fil.
Famille propose de vous confier un petit garçon. Nous sommes face à un cas assez particulier. Vous étiez plutôt ouvert. Je vous présente Benjamin.
Ousmane, tu crois que j'ai fait assez? J'aurais dû faire, elle m'a fait.
Bonjour maman. Faut que je vous dise quelque chose.
Ils t'ont donné un Congolais? Dis-moi juste que mon petit Lamine n'est pas un Congolais.
Je t'ai dit qu'il s'appelait Benjamin, maman.
Il s'appelle Lamine. Lamine comme le père de Ousmane, comme le grand-père de Ousmane et comme l'arrière-grand-père de Ousmane. C'est la tradition.
La tradition même, ça dit.
Bonjour. C'est quoi ça?
C'est Benjamin, maman.
Ah, Ousmane.
It's this black couple that adopt a white baby, and the whole community, the whole African community, it's a French movie, the whole African community is just all like, what is going on? Why would you adopt a white child? Up North, wow, that movie was just, I'm still shocked by it. I've watched it multiple times. It was really like, it was so beautiful, guys. Like, it was basically, I'm speechless. It was basically like, I've never seen the north side of Nigeria, like the Hausa part of Nigeria. It was just so beautiful, and their culture, and it was just wow, you guys. But let's watch the clip right now.
What's up, Daddy-O?
You will not be welcome in this house until you have completed your NYC in Bauchi.
This is not the kind of trip we want to remember. Okay. I'm kind of documenting my experiences.
What are you doing?
I want my fans to meet you.
You shouldn't have come. And I can't wait for the same breeze that blew you here to blow you back to where you belong to.
I don't understand what you're saying, but you need to get your finger out my face.
You cannot survive in Bauchi without me, Bob.
It's all just a part of his plan. If I don't go back with him, it's all gone.
What is wrong with you? It's my life, and I'll live it as I see fit.
You don't control how I feel.
You're reposting papers.
And if I refuse?
Up in notes, rolling and rolling around in bed, talking to you.
Ah, okay. Zainab's here. You should go over.
Okay, Baba, that's not how we do things here, Bob. Why not?
And then I'm falling asleep, whispering your name. I'm waking up to your words in my mind, darling, you're about to blame. But I don't ever care in the world, 'cause you're my precious love. Ooh, 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 the way you hold me in your arms, I know that you are here to stay. Yeah, the way you hold me in your arms, I know that you are here to stay.
Wouldn't you go watch it? I think you should. And at the end, he basically organizes this competing racing sport for Muslim girls in the Hausa culture up north. And a lot of these parents struggle to let their children run in these competitions because, you know, it's Islam, you know, their parents were just against, like, no. He, you know, convinces the parents. It's funny to see how he convinces the parents to let their girls compete in these track races and stuff, and they end up winning. It's a really great story. The next one is Okfos Law. Okay, I saw this and I didn't know, like, if I was gonna like it or not, but I decided to give it a try. So it's about this, you know, handsome bachelor who's a big time player, literally an ashawo. Woo. And so he learns of this law, or he has his own law called Okfos Law. Basically states that once you've had a relationship with a woman back in the day, you know, before, no matter what situation she's in, whether she's married, engaged, widowed, or whatever, you can still sleep with her. So that's his thing. He bets his shares, saying there are 3 women that he had previous relationships with in Unilag, in University of Lagos, and that he can sleep with them again. Drum roll. Final one, y'all. The first lady. It was such a cute ending and story. I'm just gonna say, make it short. It's about this ashawo prostitute, you know, out there in the streets, chewing her gum and looking for, you know, guys to, get her money from. So she has a pimp daddy who they call him Obama, and his main lady is called Michelle. His main lady is called Michelle. The main character of the story. So he's always hiring her to go to these high class, customers, and he comes back and collects the money. This is the turning point. The Obama guy makes a meeting with this high rich super class guy for Michelle, the prostitute, to go meet him. And this guy wanted to use the prostitute as a sacrifice, to continue being rich. So she finds that out and runs away from him. And long story short, the prostitute basically gets her Prince Charming, and she basically turned out to be the first lady. That is the end of the movie. I really quite enjoyed it. Okay, you guys, so you can't say that you don't have anything to watch, because I've given you movies on Netflix for you to watch. So go ahead and check them out, and leave a comment down below about which ones you did watch already, or which one you would definitely also recommend to other people. Don't comment, like, and subscribe. Also share this video if you can. Let us get to 250 subscribers. Please, please, please hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in my next video. I hope you enjoyed it. Bisous. Bye.
You say you're special, one of a kind, one of the better boys. I'm on